Hey guys, Dan Calder here with DanCalder.com and DanCalder.biz. Listen, I want to make a quick video to you about perseverance, basically, and about not giving up. The title of the article this is attached to is, I think it's going to be "Embrace Your Inner Hillbilly." Whatever you got is worth a lot. I know that's kind of corny, but there's a little story here. I'm going to share a quick story with you here. Um, the other day, I got a call. Now, keep in mind, this guy called me. Um, and anyway, one of those calls where I'm fantastic and I want to join and I'm gonna tear it up and you get these calls. But this guy was really excited, even though I could only understand about 10% of what he said. To tell you the truth, it wasn't. I don't know. Maybe my hearing's going, but I couldn't understand what he was saying. Anyway, but he sounded excited, so I called him up, and again, just the blah 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 blah. I couldn't. I mean, just I couldn't understand half of what he was saying. Just total rambling on. I'll save you some specifics, but uh, so anyway, the only thing I couldn't make out, it was a disaster call. Is the point? I mean, it was just at the end of this thing, this guy's just ripping me a new one. I have no business in this business. He called me a hillbilly at one point. And keep in mind, this guy was doing all the talking. I could barely even talk. But the one thing that I did hear him say over and over again was, "Tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself." So at one point, I got like 8 seconds into trying to explain to him what I was doing and why I was doing it, and just a little bit about myself. Like I said, I got about 8 seconds in, and he then started just blasting me because I was being selfish and talking about myself too much. It was a bizarre call, which isn't really the point, but one of the things that struck me was when he called me a hillbilly, and I just, maybe I am a hillbilly. I'm an Iowa boy, I'm 42 years old. I've lived in Iowa my whole life, and I started thinking about it. It bothered me, and then I realized, you know, that's really not the worst thing to be insulted by. Here in Iowa, we don't really refer to ourselves as hillbillies, but if you want to call me a cornbread, whatever. Whatever. I'm pretty happy with being a Midwestern boy. Anyway, the point of the whole story is that the old me might have actually listened to it because this guy was telling me not to even be in business. Uh, but the point is that after I hung up with him, you start analyzing stuff, and you answered my ad. I'm making money in this business. This guy was quoting, marketing strategies from quite a while ago. Anybody that's been in this business for 10 minutes has heard everything he had to say. Uh, so it's just funny. But the point is, if you're just starting out, whatever it is you're doing, there's going to be plenty of toxic people in your life. Um, this is why I personally recommend don't even talking to family and friends, because they're not going to support you unless you've. I mean, the odds are they're not going to support you until you start making money, and then they start coming to you. That's what happens to me. You just start making money, and they start hearing about it, and what are you doing? And that's a conversation for another time. But my point is, whatever you are, whatever your personality is, it's going to attract somebody. If you've got one friend in your life, you already know this is true. It's no different in this business. Uh, I hung up the phone with a guy, and I got a good family. I got good kids that love me, as far as I can tell. I got a lot of friends. I'm doing pretty darn well in this business, and just don't let. My point is, this was a very toxic call. You could have easily, fold it up and quit. Now, Dan, get to your point. Okay. In the following 7 days, I enrolled 3 people, not being in front of the computer at any time these guys enrolled. It was from previous work and autopilot that I can show you. But in my personal business, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm in Empower Network. Go to earningsloophole.com. But I enrolled 3 people, which was $275 in profits instantly and coming into my business every month. And that's what I did with that's not retirement money, but it's not bad for a week's work. And again, that's coming in every month. So that's what I did with all that negativity. Okay, I just kept doing what I knew was working. Okay, in fact, I doubled down on some stuff, but that's other strategies. And again, I know I'm rambling here, but you're gonna face toxicity, either be it friends or family or even in your business, or even people call you and claim that they want to join your business and then slam you. Now, just don't give up. Whatever you're doing, don't give up. I don't care if you join me or whatever you're doing. You look around, okay? There's a quote that if one man can do it, so can I. I mean, I'm butchering that quote. Or one woman can do it, so can I. If there's another person succeeding, there's no reason you can't. Okay? Don't let the toxicity stop you. Just do what you know you need to do. If you don't know what to do, get the training and then do that. This stuff is not complicated. Okay? The two things that are going to get in your way are other people and yourself. Now, you can allow them to get in your way, or you can just you know what? On that call, I did incorporate a few things. There was probably a couple of nuggets that I could work on, and that's what I tried to use. But we're about 5 minutes here, and I think I'm basically just rambling on. But in conclusion, don't give up. Okay? I look back over the 7 days, you know, and I brought another almost $300 into my business. You know, where's he at? He's probably calling another network marketer right now and telling him what a hillbilly he is. So, embrace your inner hillbilly. I don't care if you're whatever you are, you know, whatever your personality trait is, it's going to play just fine in this business. Just be real, be authentic, and the proof's in the pudding. You know, I didn't give up, and another $300 came in. Not bad. So that's about it, guys. You guys take care.